Thank you so much for joining me. It's lovely to have you here. I hope all is well with you today. So this is your weekly tarot card reading, but we're actually going to start off with some oracle cards. Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I'm going to find you two and then we'll put them to one side and we'll look at them at the end. So these are for something that you need to know today. Message for you. Then we will find some cards for the general overview of your reading. What's going on with you this week? Page of Swords. No, Page of Wands. The Moon. The Chariot. The Five of Cups. The Empress. Oops, just dropped that there. The Empress. Okay, so Page of Wands. Moving into this week with quite a powerful dynamic energy, quite a free kind of energy, moving towards your joys and passions, putting energy into things, being proactive, just really, you know, feeling quite fiery and quite sparkly and just light and airy and moving forwards. Then we've got the moon. This could have something to do with the big full moon that we've got this week, the Scorpio moon. Deep, which obviously is about releasing deep emotions. So maybe there's going to be a little bit of that for you this week, bringing your emotions out of from you know, deep within, bringing them out into the light, and maybe having a little bit of a look at them and finding a way to release them. Then we've got the Chariot. The Chariot is about moving forwards. It's forwards momentum. So you know, you're moving onwards, maybe because of that release. Maybe the release has been the catalyst. The Five of Cups as well. The Five of Cups speaks of loss, it speaks of grief, speaks of sadness. It also is about maybe focusing on what you've not got. So, you know, maybe obviously the Five of Cups, three of them in the traditional Rider-Waite have knocked over, and then there's two still standing. So, you know, you've lost something. There's something that, you know, you feel that is not part of your life anymore, but it's all about perspective, taking a step back, looking at the bigger picture and seeing that actually you've got some good stuff to go forwards with if you choose to take it. It's a card of gratitude for me. Empress. The Empress is a card of creation. The Empress is nurturing, she's kind, she's warm, she's loving, she's also very fertile, and she's amazing at nurturing things into life. So I think you're in for a bit of an interesting week, really. One of moving forwards, but also of release. Of release, of shifting perspectives, and maybe about creating new reality for yourself. So, Gemini. Let's have a little bit of a deeper look at what's going on. So we'll just look into the past a little minute and we'll see what's been going on in your past, recent past, long time ago past. See what's happened that's influencing what's going on with you right now. Page of Swords, Seven of Cups, Five of Cups, another Five of Cups, Two of Cups, the Strength card, the Six of Pentacles. So, in the recent past, I think there's been a little bit of a breakthrough moment, a bit of a clarity situation related to somebody you have a relationship with. So this is a deep relationship. It's not just an acquaintance, a friend, a work colleague. This is somebody, you know, who means a lot to you, that you've got a deep connection to, maybe even a past life connection. But there's some sort of clarity that's come about a relationship, whether it is that you've realised maybe this person isn't for you anymore. Maybe you've realised that this person is for you in a romantic kind of way. But there's been a realisation, a clarification, a clearing of the energy, a learning something new about this person that you are in a relationship with. Then we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups and the Strength card. So the Seven of Cups is all about you moving forwards on one of your dreams. You know, we all have lots of visions for ourselves for the future, lots of dreams and wishes that we'd like to, you know, to happen for ourselves, that we'd like to bring down to earth and turn into reality. But the Seven of Cups speaks of actually over deliberating and not, you know, and weighing things up and actually just moving on one of them. So I think it's going to be really important for you, or it has been really important for you, because don't forget this is past energy, Lisa. It was really important for you to try and start bringing one of your dreams down to reality. But I think there's been something stopping you. And I think that something is your inner lion, your negative self-talk that's going on in the background of our minds constantly. Apparently it doesn't for everyone, which I find is quite a bit of a revelation to me personally, because I really suffer from this, that constant negative chatter, you know, that, oh, you can't do that, oh, you're not worthy of that, oh, you know, what about this and what about that, and just that negative constant narrative. It's like a narration of our life, isn't it, going on in the background. And I think, you know, that's sort of been maybe stopping you from leaping forward, from making a choice, from actually starting to bring something to life, one of your dreams. You know, there's just been this negative blockage that's just not helpful, that's stopped you from making the choice and stopped you from putting energy into one of those things. Got the Five of Cups. Obviously, we had that up here. Five of Cups is about focusing in on the situation, seeing the bigger picture and realising actually, yes, I may have lost something. Yes, there may be parts of life that I'm not happy with, but I've got these other things and these are absolutely brilliant and I can push forwards with those. At the end of the day, life isn't perfect, is it? There's always going to be stuff that's not suitable for us, that doesn't make us happy anymore, that just isn't for us, and that's okay. And it's about being discerning. It's about refocusing, reframing the situation so that you're focusing on the positives rather than looking on the negative side of things all the time. Six of Pentacles. It's about, you know, getting that balance right, getting the flow of energy right, not over giving, not overtaking. So it may well be that you've been over concentrating on the negative rather than the positive, and so it's created a blockage. It's not allowing you to move forwards in a useful way because you're so busy concentrating on the negatives. And I think this is you know, that lion, that negative self-talk is maybe fueling that fire. And I think there's been some stuff that you've really needed to release in order for you to move forwards within a situation. I'm hoping that's happened for you. But let's have a look at what's going on at the moment and see how all these things tie into what's happening right now. Oops, just wrecked my cards. Right, let's try and organise myself a little bit better. So current energy, Gemini, what's going on with you at the moment? What energy is around you? What's happening with you at the moment this week? Okay. The King of Swords. The Empress, another Empress. Page of Cups. Seven of Swords. The Hierophant. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so the King of Swords. King of Swords, he's very knowledgeable, he's very analytical, he sees things very clearly, he is a great communicator. Then we've got the Seven of Swords, and it's about truth, it's about deceit, or the need for truth. And also, the Seven of Swords can also be about creating a plan of action. And actually, I think that's what it is for you in this case. I think you are using your brain big time at the moment. You are connecting with that King of Swords energy. I think you're analysing. I think you're figuring stuff out. I think maybe you are creating a strategy, creating a plan of action in order for you to move forwards. Don't forget, we had that Page of Wands, a dynamic energy of the Page of Wands, that can-do energy, that proactive energy. And I think, you know, you're trying to sit in that. You're trying to embrace that King of Swords energy, the Seven of Swords, that strategy, that being clever, that being cunning, that just creating a really good plan to move yourself forward. I think I feel like there's an awful lot of planning, a lot of using your brain and really trying to communicate your way, with others, your way forwards, and just creating a plan for yourself. I think you've got a vision for yourself for the future, and I think there's been obviously these things holding you back, but yet you're still trying to plough forwards. You're still trying to plough forwards. I'm hoping that, I think for a lot of you, you have actually maybe released some of this stuff or moved past some of this need for focusing on the positive. Maybe, your perspective has shifted. We've got the moon card up here as well. So maybe this week maybe is about release. Maybe these things are going to come up again, and you're going to be able to face them and release them. Maybe because you're so insistent on moving forwards, on creating a plan of action, maybe, these things are just going to subconsciously bubble up, and you're going to be able to look at them and realise that actually, they don't serve, this way of thinking doesn't serve me. This, negative voice in the back of my head, I'm just going to rise above it and use all my strength to get past it. And so I'm hoping that's what's happening for you this week. This week is about release. It's about, just using your head, and rather than connecting to all of the things the ways of being within you that don't actually serve you anymore, the emotions, that negative view of yourself. I think you're releasing all of these things because you're moving towards your destiny. I think you're on a bit of a mission. That's what it feels like to me this week. You're on a bit of a mission. Okay, we've got the Empress. The Empress is about creativity, fertility, bringing something new to life. And I think you're trying to build yourself a new future. I think that's what it is. Birth a brand new life for yourself. I mean, she's birthing a new world there, and I think it's your world. I think you are really, like I say, you're really on a mission to create a different version of your world for yourself. And I think, you're in planning mode. The Hierophant, structures, routines, the old ways of doing things, traditional ways of doing things. I think you're shaking things up. I think you're trying to create a new way of doing things, maybe new routines for yourself, new rules, regulations, codes for yourself, personal moral codes, personal ethics. Just, I think things are shifting, and I think you're creating a brand new version of what your life looks like, actually. And don't forget, these things don't happen overnight. It's a slow process. It's a gradual process. But I think this week feels like it's something it's part of your week this week. It's a big part of your week. It's on your mind, and it's something that you're really working on this week particularly. We've got the Page of Cups, and we've got the Three of Pentacles. Page of Cups, it's about coming into a situation with an open heart, open mind, light energy, free energy. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. It's about collaboration. So I think in whatever's happening with you this week, I think there is that, that element of just needing to come into it, just seeing how things go with an open heart, maybe with an open mind as well. And just seeing what other people maybe have got to say. There's other people definitely involved in whatever you're doing this week. Let's have one more card for that. The Eight of Wands. I think collaborating with others, working with others this week. See how he's radiating from his heart there. And then we've got the Eight of Wands, and that's all about, again, light, swift movement. So I think you're going to move forwards on your mission, with your plan, with your vision for yourself for the future. Things are going to move really quickly. There's something that's going to just really power forwards this week, and it's going to involve having some help from other people and you coming into it with an open heart, open mind, and just seeing how things go. With that flow of energy just going wherever it needs to go. Okay, so don't forget, if you like this reading, it'd be really amazing if you could give me a thumbs up, give the video a thumbs up. That helps me grow my channel and helps me to get my readings to other people. it also would be lovely if you fancy sharing whether this resonates with you, whether you have, you've gained anything from the reading. I'd love to know how, why. In fact, I'd just love to know how you are. If you fancy just letting me know down in the comments below. Right. Future energy. So Gemini, what's going on with you in the future? Oops. There's definitely a lot of releasing, or the potential for release this week. I think there's going to be all these things from the past are going to be bubbling up and going to be part of your week. And it's going to help you to then move yourself forward. So I'll just turn my phone off there. Apologies, my son's trying to ring me. I'll ring him back. 9 of Wands. 2 of Wands. 7 of Wands. A lot of wand energy there. 4 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Swords. So, moving forwards. 9 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Pushing forwards to build yourself some strong foundations for the future in whatever area of life this is. Don't forget, it's a general reading, it's not specific. So this could, your focus could be work, it could be health, it could be your wealth, it could be a new business, it could be a new home. Whatever it is, you are being persistent. You're very resilient, actually, because I think this journey that you've been on, you've had some ups and downs with it. Things have been difficult in the past, but you're still pushing forwards. You're not giving up. You're moving towards what you know is right for you, your destiny, that chariot. You're connecting with your intuition. It feels right, and you're just not giving up. And obviously 4 of Wands, so building a strong foundation in that area, whether it is relationship, whether it is home. Just doing things the right way, doing things in a solid way, doing things, to create future happiness for yourself. So I think you're starting to put your plan, your strategy into action, moving forwards. Obviously, we've had that 8 of Wands and the collaboration, things moving forwards quickly. And I think you're just working through it in this future energy. We've got the 2 of Wands and we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So the 2 of Wands is about you being in charge, you being in charge of your destiny. Where to next? What choice are you going to make about your future? Are you going to go this way? Are you going to go that way? It's up to you. The choice is yours. Absolutely, the choice is yours. So I think there's going to be decisions to be made relating to your career, maybe, your passions, your joys, whatever it is that's making you happy. Maybe, this vision for life, there's going to be some forks in the road, some choices that you've got to make, but it's up to you, you're in charge. We've got the 5 of Pentacles clarifying that. So I think there's something holding you back and it's a lack of something. So maybe a lack of time, maybe a lack of funds, maybe a lack of wellness. But I think there's a solution to the 5 of Pentacles. There's some help, there's some support, there's an answer somewhere. You see the key there? There's a key to the door there. She just has to figure out how to get it here. So I think you just got to, be persistent, be resilient to the fact that these things happening and challenges coming your way, but you'll find solutions to it. I think you've got to be inventive in the future. You've got to be creative. Obviously, you've got two empresses, so you are creative. You are, good at bringing things to life. You've just got to find solutions. You've got to find answers. Use that strategy of yours. Use that brain of yours to think your way out of it and to find a solution. So we've got the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about you following your instincts, about you following your intuition, being persistent again, being, not giving up, despite the fact that you may come up against other challenges, and just keeping moving forwards, working your way through, not letting anybody or anything get in your way. It's just all about following your instincts and using that to move yourself forwards. Clarified by the 10 of Swords. It may well be that as you're going along your journey, as you're moving towards the vision that you've got for yourself, there may well be some endings that are coming up, something that's naturally coming to its end, and it's a blessing that is coming to an end because it's opening you up to moving towards greater happiness, moving towards something that's more in alignment with yourself. I've pulled out that one as well, 8 of Swords. Try not to get to overthink and to over analyze the situation moving forwards. I think you are going to come up against challenges. There are going to be some endings. It's not going to be straightforward, but you need to just not get in your own way, not self-sabotage things by overthinking it, just generally just getting in your own way and stopping that energy from moving forwards the way that it needs to. I think you may be a little bit resistant to that ending as it's coming towards you in the future, but it's a blessing. You need to just work through it. Don't overthink things and just keep moving forwards. But I think this week there's definitely some release, letting go of old, negative ways of thinking, letting go of negative self-chatter. It feels like you're letting go of negatives and allowing yourself to be open to receiving all of these lovely things and to moving forwards towards the life that you want for yourself, Gemini. Right, what have we got here? We have got Una, easy does it. So what does Una want you to know? There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Be kind to yourself. Just roll with things as she says, everything's rolling out itself in its own good time. You've got to go through the steps. You've got to go through the process to get to a certain place. And so I think you've just got to work through this, and just there's no rushing it. It's just going to happen when it happens. But very much, you need to release. You need to let this negative way of thinking, of being, let it go, and just reframe things. Find the positives. Find the positives is always a positive in every single situation. Yeah, right. Sulis, body of water. Interesting, we had this one out in the last card. Water obviously symbolises our deep emotions. Scorpio moon, deep emotions. Spend time near water, such as a lake, a river or the ocean, to recharge your batteries, or take a little bit of a deep dive into your own emotions, bring things to the surface, have a look at them, let things go and release. So, Gemini, I'm going to leave it there, really. I could waffle on for hours and hours, but I won't put you through that. You take care of yourself. Have a great week. Let me know in the comments if this resonates with you, if you've got anything nice to share or anything not nice to share. It's up to you. And I will catch up again with you very, very soon. Meanwhile, stay rooted, stay open, stay magical, and I'll see you again next time.